Getting your clients good results is arguably the most important part of your business. And it's also the thing most people overlook because a lot of people assume as soon as you close the deal and you get the money, it's over. You're good. The client's done. You dealt with it. But that is actually just the beginning because the last thing you want is chargebacks, your client getting buyer's remorse, trying to get a refund immediately, or just overall, you just giving them shitty service and then they leave, right? Because if you have clients leaving faster than you're bringing them in, you're essentially driving a sinking ship. And so I'm going to show you in this video exactly how we fulfill for the home service clients that we work with inside of our AI agency, how we get them great results, how we get them to give us referrals, how we get them to ascend to higher payments and higher retainers for us every single month, and overall how we get them great results and exactly what that looks like so you can implement these exact same systems. All right, so let's get right into it. Now, in case you guys don't already know, I've made over $600,000 with my AI agency, and we just started a completely new AI agency about a month and a half ago, and we've already scaled it up to 15K a month. And I'm going to show you exactly how we're getting these clients great results because it's very simple. You just want to have a very streamlined onboarding process. You need to get them quick wins so that they're happy and they want to stick around. And then you overall need to hit the marks that you're promising and with the expectations you're setting, you need to meet them. And so I'm going to show you exactly how we go about that. So first things first, when we close a client, right, they pay us, they sign our agreement, and they're now officially a client of ours. The first thing we do is we send them an onboarding form. This is a pretty extensive form where we're getting, basic information about their business. We're getting, their Instagram pages, their Facebook pages. We're getting them to create their Google Ads account. We're getting a bunch of basic stuff from them. And I'll show you exactly what that onboarding form looks like right here. All right. So this is the exact onboarding form that we send to all the clients that we work with. Our program is called the Foundation Fortune Formula. And so we're getting their full name, email, business name. You can go ahead and copy this exact form. I recommend you do, honestly. Their legal business name, all this stuff that we need for AGP verification inside of Go High Level, their time zones, their websites. It's a pretty extensive onboarding form, their front desk phone number. If they offer financing, we're getting them to create their Google Ads account, and we have tutorials showing them how if they haven't. We need them to add us to their Google Ads account. We have tutorials showing them if they don't know how to do that, what booking software they're currently using, a lot of stuff inside of here. We're always adding stuff to this. Anytime we see something, anytime a client has a question about something that we don't have on the onboarding form, we go ahead and add a question on that on the onboarding form just to get it handled prior. And we are going to keep doing that as long as clients keep asking new questions. So we'll always add that to here. Team photos, stuff like that we can add to the ads that we're going to be running for them. And that's essentially it. And so that's the onboarding form right there. And then we get them to schedule an onboarding call. And after they submit that onboarding form, they get redirected to the calendar to schedule their onboarding call. And we only let them schedule it within 48 hours. They can't book it farther out because anything beyond that is a no-go. You don't want them to be booking far out because the farther out a client books their onboarding form, the more time they have to sit and think with their thoughts and start overthinking and regretting the decision they made. Start getting buyer's remorse. If any of you have ever had a client, I know I have, where you close them and then before their onboarding call, they're saying they want a refund. And you're like, what? I didn't even do anything yet. And it's just because they get in their own head. They start wondering, hey, did I make the right decision? That's why you need to be getting them quick wins over and over again. And so they schedule the onboarding call only within 48 hours. And then as soon as they schedule their onboarding call, they get redirected to watch the onboarding video. That's literally me walking through this exact Miro board that I'm showing you right here because it sets the expectations for them so they know exactly what to expect over the course of the first 10 days of working with us. And then they have their onboarding call where they are joining our Slack, where we're setting up their two channels. We have two channels. One where we communicate with them, and another one where we're sending them their notifications every time a new estimate is booked for them with the person's name, email, phone number, address, and notes about their estimate. And we're getting access to their meta assets, making sure their Google Ads is all set up. We're reviewing the onboarding form, making sure everything's set up. We're connecting the necessary assets. We're creating their Go High Level, setting up their Slack, everything that we need to be able to start the build, knowing that we have absolutely everything we could possibly need, and we're not going to need to go back to the client to get any more stuff from them. And so it's going to take probably the first couple clients. We knew with this new agency, especially in a niche we never worked in, that, okay, there's going to be some things that we're not aware of that we need to get from these clients. So the first client, we realized, okay, there's a couple things we're missing. So for the second client, we knew to get all of those. Then there was even another thing that we forgot. So for the third client, we had everything we could possibly need. And now it's just a copy, paste, rinse, and repeat system. And that's usually over day 1 and 2 here. Sometimes clients delay it. The onboarding form, they take a couple days. So it might even be closer to day 4 or 5. But we always want it to be within the first 2 days. We get into the part where it's actually our team setting everything up. And so what this looks like is we're building the CRM. We're setting up all their Go High Level. We have it pretty templatized. We have a sub account that is purely just for Go High Level snapshots. And so I'll show you exactly what that looks like here. So this here is the snapshot account that we use. So anytime we bring on a client, we import this snapshot into their Go High Level account. And anytime we need to add things, we add it to this sub account, and then we create a new snapshot of it. So we have the pipelines, the automations. These are the main things: the sites, the automations, and the pipelines, and of course the custom values are super, super useful. So we have all these automations here. We have the nurturing automations, all of the nurturing automations, the booking automations, the cancellations, the no-shows, all those, the classic stuff, right? The short-term, long-term, nurturing, etc. We have the alert workflows, which for new leads alert, where we're alerting our team. SMS response, we're alerting our team. We have the reactivation automations, simply for reactivation campaigns. We have the reporting, which is where we're sending this information. So anytime a new estimate is booked, it's getting added to the client stat sheet. And so what the client stat sheet is, it's a Google sheet that we have that keeps track of all the estimates that we book. And then also after the estimates, the client gets sent a quick survey to fill out information about the estimate, which also gets added to the Google sheet so that we can get actual feedback on the estimate and know exactly how we could potentially improve it. And so I'll actually show you what one of those look like once I show you the automation here in a second. And so we have that one there, which is on our side. Anytime we book an estimate, it updates the stat sheet. And then here is the one where the client fills a survey. So an hour after an estimate is done, the client will get a text with the link to fill out the quick survey, which is where they're submitting the, as you can see here, submitting the post-appointment lead survey, giving us feedback on the estimate. Did they close it? Did they, did they just give a quote? How did it go? And so I'm going to show you exactly what one of those looks like right here. And so this here is one of our active client stat sheets. And so you can see 5 estimates were booked here, and they're actually on pause right now, but 5 estimates were booked. You can see they closed one of them immediately for a $12,000 job. All of this is tracked inside of here. And so this gets filled automatically. Anytime a new estimate is booked, it goes into this DNT sheet here, updates right here, and then that gets organized into this here with the appointment, the date they're booked, or the date they got booked, the date their appointment actually is, additional notes, and then the link to their contact inside of Go High Level. And then when the client submits their survey, that gets added into the green section here with the feedback. And so you can see, quote given only, lead quality 7. Did they close? No. Price of job quoted 7,000. Good lead. I gave him a good price, so hopefully he closes. This lead closed. Lead quality 8. Did they convert to a close? Yes. Job 12,000. Great lead. Ideally, we want there to be a little bit more depth here than just saying great lead, but nonetheless, the guy closed, so that's fine. And so you can see here that this keeps it super, super organized. And we can even populate, we didn't do for this client, the ad data, the campaigns, because we were only running one campaign. And so where the leads came from, what campaign, what ad set, what ads, and lead source for us, it's all Facebook for this guy. But you can see this keeps it very, very organized. And then once you're at scale, because now we have 5 clients, which isn't a handful, but this is for the brand new agency, right, that we just started about 45, 50 days ago. And so now once you were going to be closing a lot more, when we're at like 10, 15 clients, you're going to want to keep all the fulfillment side organized. So you want to know the status of each client. You can want to be able to pop into their stat sheet and see, okay, they have 5 schedules, no cancels, no reschedules, 1 close, 20% close rate, 12% average cash collected, revenue, 28,000. And so that is the numbers that you want to be seeing. And this is ideally, this is super, super useful. It keeps everything very, very organized, lets your team know exactly what's going on, and it makes things much, much more scalable. And so that's what you want to be having here to make sure that you have the best fulfillment systems in place. And your client will also see this and see, okay, these guys, they're pretty, they know what they're doing. They're pretty locked in. Our clients give us compliments on that all the time about the stuff that we have for tracking. Because if you have that stuff, most agencies don't use that type of shit. They're just running ads willy-nilly. They don't even know what they're doing. And so when you have that type of stuff, it makes a good impression on the client as well, because nobody's using stuff like that really. Large agencies will, but most people, even I've seen agencies that are even at like 60, 70K a month that aren't even using stuff like that. And then we also have remove workflows, CloseBot conversational AI. This is the CloseBot is the conversational AI that we use for every single client. We also use it for ourselves. It's the SMS AI bot. So it books the leads that don't book organically. It messages them, converses with them, and books them. And it books us a ton of appointments for our agency, and it schedules quite a few estimates for our clients as well. Then we also just have miscellaneous workflows here, which is just random stuff here. And then we also have the final one, Hot Prospector. So we're not using this yet. Hot Prospector is for the call center side of things. We haven't implemented a call center into this agency, but down the line we will. We also have the sites here. And so this is where we have the landing pages. So we have the A2P landing pages, which is where we have an A2P funnel, specifically with everything you could possibly need for A2P verification. So we get every single A2P verified within a couple hours. By the end of the day, it's always verified for every client. And that's super huge, because before it used to take us like 5 days sometimes. I've seen people take multiple weeks for A2P to get verified. Now it's done within the same day for us because of the funnel and the systems we have in place to do that. And then we also have the main funnel. And so I'll show you what one of the funnels looks like here. This is one of our active client funnels, and we pretty much duplicate the funnel every single time because it converts very, very well. And so if we open this here, this is where the leads get sent to. They get sent to this here, request your free estimate. and they come fill this out. Boom, it's a basic funnel, nothing crazy. A couple of pictures here. These are just stock footage pictures. We'll use pictures that the client gives us if they give them to them. This client didn't have any. And then it's basic stuff here, reviews, request your estimate, basic stuff here. And then they fill this out. And then that brings them to the booking page, which is, again, a very simple page where they are booking their estimate. They also always have the option to call at the top. A lot of these guys will want to call, and so we always have the option for them to call at the top of the funnel. And they go ahead, they book here. They don't need to put much information here because we got all the other stuff from them there. They go ahead, they schedule, and then they get sent to the thank you page. And so on the thank you page, there's nothing too crazy. We're saying expect a call. We always want to have the company give them a quick call after they booked, just so they can check in, confirm certain things. Some businesses want to do that, some don't. That's it. Expect a call. That's all we want them to focus on this thank you page. You might have been expecting more stuff on here. We've experimented with different videos and stuff. Most of these guys don't watch it. So just say, expect the call from the CEO of State Drive Basement Waterproofing at this number. And so that's all. And then simple as that, that is the funnel itself. And so that's the majority of the stuff here. And then we also have the custom values, which I won't get too in depth on because there's custom values to their Slack channels, a lot of stuff because we send notifications to Slack every time a new estimate is booked, and then we add it to their stat sheet. But nonetheless, I'll keep it going here. So building the CRM, setting up all the nurturing sequences that I showed you there, all the automations, and a lot of this now, like you might be thinking this is a ton of different stuff, the booking funnel, the scripts, the nurturing. It's quite literally copy paste snapshot. Like we have it very templatized, very easy to replicate over and over again. And then create the ad campaign, create the creatives, we also are using Google ads more so than Facebook and Instagram ads now because of the niche we're going after. Google ads is very, very good because the audience that they're targeting, they're problem aware, right? They know they have an issue. They're just Google searching it and wanting to find a company to come do it for them. And so Google ads, now we set up the Google ads, we launch them, send them to the funnel, everything like that. And that usually is over the course of the first 7 to 9 days. And then we're preparing the launch to launch the ads. And then we have a quick call with the client to run them through everything, set the expectations, and let them know exactly what to expect and overall how it's going to go. So it is simple as that. And then, so just to lay out what the expectations actually look like for our clients, what are they going to be making? This is typically what they can expect. So when we're here, we have the estimates guaranteed, right? And so let me full screen this. I probably should all go. And so we have the full screen here. So the estimates, this is our lowest offer, is the 20 estimates per month. And so for this, they need to be spending $3,000 a month in ads. So it's $100 a day. And so with that, typically the average close rate we see for the businesses we work with is about 50%. So they're usually gonna be closing about half of these. So that's 10 jobs. If the average job price is usually around $10,000, these are high ticket jobs. And then the average job profit, they're usually profiting about half. So their margins are pretty solid. So 5,000 per job profit. So top line revenue on 10 jobs times $10,000 per job is $100,000 in top line revenue. Then divide that in half, they're getting about $50,000 in profit on the jobs itself, right? And then our cost, our service fee is $2K per month, and they're paying $3K a month in ads. So they're paying $5K a month total, which leaves them with total profit of $45,000 per month after working with us. So that's typically what they expect. And one of our higher offers is 50 estimates per month. And so for this, they need to be spending $7,500 a month in ads, so $250 a day. And then our service fee is $4,500. So $4,500 a month, so that's $12,000 a month. With that, they're getting 50 estimates, close rate still 50%, so they're closing 25 jobs. Average job price and average job profit are the same, $10,000, $5,000. But now it's 25 estimates times $10,000 is top line revenue of $250,000 per month. That's a ton of extra money for the business. And then total profit on the jobs is about half, $125,000 per month, with the agency cost being $7,500 ad spend plus $4,500 service fees, $12,000 a month. Subtract that from the total profit. They're left with a total profit after all costs of about $113,000 per month. These are the averages that we see. This is why clients are willing to pay us $4,500 a month retainers and $7,500 a month in ads, because we lay this out and we have a guarantee. These are guaranteed in our agreement. And if we don't hit this, they get a full refund. That's how we operate. That's why we're able to close clients, because we're confident in our fulfillment. How do we actually go about this? What does the process actually look like? So I'm going to show you this here. This is, again, more catered to the Facebook ad side. We've recently switched to doing almost exclusively Google ads for the clients, which is very, very similar in the way it's actually not that similar. But because it's pay-per-click, right? We're not putting the ads in front of them. They are searching for our service and they're getting sent to our ad, right? We're trying to bid for the top spot on the Google page. So nonetheless, Google ads works better with the home service companies that we're working with. So we do Google ads, but Facebook ads can work. The first few clients we worked with, we did Facebook ads and it was fine. We got them results. They were profiting. They were getting good results. But Google ads is much, much better, much cheaper for this type of service specifically. And so I'll just say, let's say it's his Facebook ads or Google ads. The numbers are relatively the same. We're having an ad, right? We're running an ad, which Facebook ads, it would look something along the lines of this. Google ads is just a search, right? It's just a search result. And they're clicking the ad at the top. No, regardless of if it's Facebook or Google, we're sending them to the funnel. The funnel I showed you guys, we use that exact funnel for Facebook and Google ads. They're getting sent to that. They're filling in the form, and there's going to be probably 5 to 15% of those leads that are going to book an estimate right away. That's great, right? We're going to get some estimates immediately. But a lot of them are not going to book right away, which is why we have the AI SMS bot and our team calling these leads, texting these leads, nurturing them, qualifying them, and scheduling in leads manually. Holy crap, that was a tongue twister. Not really, but I just started over my words. And so now when we're doing this, we need to be very thorough with the follow-ups. So we follow up with the leads. As soon as the lead responds, the AI SMS bot slides in, communicate with them, qualifies them, make sure they're actually looking for the service, they're high intent buyers, they intend on getting started right away, and then schedules them in for an estimate within the week. Now, why is it so important that we follow up with these leads so much? Because of the fact that when you contact a lead from the 5-minute mark to the 30-minute mark, the difference is 100x decrease. So 100x decrease that you're going to get in contact with that lead from the 5-minute mark to the 30-minute mark. Not 100% less, 100 times less, 100 times less, 100 times less. They're actually going to get in contact with this lead at the 30-minute mark. And then a 21x decrease in qualification with the lead. Because if you think a lead is just opting into your ad, you're off in your own world, because they're opting into a bunch of different ads, especially if it's a service that they really need. They're opting into a bunch of ads to see who can reach out to them first and help them. That's why it's so important to have speed to lead. And then the success rate in terms of follow-ups, why do we follow up so aggressively? Because of the fact that the first follow-up, roughly, you have about a 42%, and this does vary quite a bit. This is just kind of a general average. You have about a 43% chance of getting in contact with that lead, but this is cumulative, okay? And so per call, you have an increase in chance you're going to contact them. And so you have a cumulative chance. So that by the 10th call, you have upwards of an 80% chance of actually getting in contact with that lead. It's very rare that you call a lead 10 times and they don't pick up at least once, right? And so that's why it's so important to have extreme follow-ups. And this is essentially what our follow-up process looks like. And people wonder, is it extreme? Yes, but that's why it works. We use this exact same follow-up system for the leads that we book in for our company, the businesses themselves. And a lot of them will say, hey, you guys send me a lot of texts. And I'm like, well, you're on the call now, aren't you? That's why we do it, because if we didn't, you wouldn't be on the call. So day one, we send them, they get a call, double dial always. And if you don't know what a double dial is, you need to be double dialing every single lead you call. A double dial is when you call them, they don't answer, you call them again right away. Because if you ever call somebody and it goes to voicemail immediately, it doesn't even ring, that means they had do not disturb on or silence mode. They didn't even know it rang. They didn't even get a call because they had that on. So when you double dial, it bypasses that do not disturb and silence mode so that the phone actually rings. Your pickup rate will go up astronomically if you double dial your leads every single time you call them. I'm in the habit now to where even if I call my mom, I double dial her. I'm so used to double dialing. I double dial my family at this point because I'm just so used to it. It's ingrained in my brain. And so you leave a voicemail, text an email. Again, day one, same thing. Multiple times through day one, we're calling, texting. The follow-ups are going out. The AI SMS bots communicating with them, et cetera, et cetera. Day two, same thing. Multiple calls, multiple double dials, multiple texts, multiple emails. Day three, same thing. Day four, same thing. Day five, double dial, leave a voicemail. Day 8, same thing. Day 14, same thing. Day 30, same thing. And I don't know if you guys remember seeing the automation in there. We have nurturing sequences going for 100 days. So we are hammering these guys. They're never getting away. They're never getting away. And we've had clients that we've closed a month later because we kept nurturing them. So that's why it's so, so important. And we also have the appointment reminder process where they're getting reminders right after they sign up. They're getting a call immediately, right, from the business owner. They're getting emails from us. They're getting texts from us. And then on the appointment day and 24 hours before and 3 hours before, they're getting emails and texts to show up. For us, it's estimates, right? The company's going to their house. Show up rate's not a factor, but cancellations are. And it's usually reschedules because of the fact that it's a dire problem they need solved. And so why is it so extreme? Because we want to get our clients good results, and that is why. And so this was quite a bit here. If you guys want me to implement this and help you set up all this exact systems into your business and help you set this up for your clients and the exact fulfillment processes we use ourselves into your business, click the link below, book a call with us. We will scale your agency. There's no way around it. We will scale your agency if you're a good fit. We will implement these exact processes. I hope this helped you. I hope this gave you value. I hope this gave you a little inside peek into what we do internally to fulfill for our clients. And overall, if you run these same systems, you will be good. You will get your clients good results. We are using AI to make fulfillment easier. We're essentially running a basic social media marketing agency, but using AI, all these systems to make it so much easier to fulfill, to charge high prices, make good money, scale quickly, and get our clients amazing results. And so, hope this provided you value, and I'll see you in the next one.